How's it going, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. We're finally here at week 18. I mean, we still got playoffs and plus free agency draft. We're year-round kind of guys for football, but yeah, it's the end of the regular season. We've had a lot of moments, but before I wanted to get into anything, just a quick shout out to Damar Hamlin. So glad to hear that he's recovered well. Prayers up. But before we get into our picks for what's essentially the fourth preseason game of the season, what is some of y'all's favorite regular season games or moments?
I think I'd have to say, I think the Bears rain game was kind of my peak of the season. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know two of y'all were at that game, but like I did not feel as much joy in a win with the Bears or Titans really in any sort of game other than being like, oh, we have a shot, like we beat the Niners, like it's raining, Chicago
Yeah,
grit. Like that was a fun one, I think.
that's up there for me as well. But like from the Monday night game, Bears Patriots, like that was just kind of like, all right, we can play. We're just tanking intentionally. At least that's the message I got when you blow out the Pats like that at home. But one, I don't know if you guys are gonna bring it up. That Dolphins Ravens game early in the year. That was
Yeah, very true. That's a
I
very
mean,
good
we're
game.
Lamar owners, so we feel
yeah,
that. I mean, that was a big week.
yeah. As with Lamar carrying my fantasy team, that was just memorable. I started Hill that game too, so like 80 points from two dudes. But
I'm trying to think of NFL moments, but I feel like my most memorable game is gonna be that Tennessee versus Bama game, the college game, for me. I'm gonna
Go
say
orange.
that's the one game of the year that I remember just
Game of the
like
year.
every moment of it. So I'll go off course to that.
I'd say Taysom Hill murdering the Seahawks.
that's crazy. Yeah.
That was
Back
pretty
when the
awesome.
bird gauntlet was alive.
Or even the London game, even though we lost that, like that was fun. Waking up at like 8:30 a.m. and watching my team. Close game too.
That's what I'll say about like this year too. There's been like every international game I feel like has been actually good.
Hmm.
You get a lot of just like
Yeah.
tanking teams sent over there, but like Packers and Giants, like that was a great
That was a
game.
good game.
I
Yeah.
thought the Seahawks versus Bucks was a pretty good game, to
Right.
be honest.
Yeah.
I was driving home listening to that radio style early in the morning, and that was a fun one to listen to. Because
Germany too.
yeah, Munich game. No, that Giants one was super fun. That one was good. Um, Also another one. I think the game of the year this season in the NFL though was definitely the Bills Vikings. Like, dude, that was
Oh
That was
yeah.
crazy.
that was
I
the
was
most wild game.
definitely
Like, bro,
blanking on that.
oh my god, bro. Like, well, I think the league is just different where like teams just aren't as like flashy as much. And then you kind of get it all in like 1 week. Like a dude makes a one-handed catch, like 3 overtime games in the early window, and then we had good weeks, we had bad weeks. And the middle of the season was kind of mid this year.
It
Yeah,
got I'd say it got like somewhat repetitive. Or you know.
yeah, these last couple weekends have kind of been, I feel like, just a lot of the same things.
So who do we there's Saturday games. We start off the week on Saturday. The so we could start with the Chiefs and Raiders. Does anybody have that line pulled up?
Yep. So the 13-3 Chiefs are in Vegas against the 6-10 Raiders. Kansas City is a 9.5-point favorite in this game. Over under 52.5. Vegas expecting a decent amount of points. So playoff implications here. The NFL, after the Damar Hamlin game, thank God for Damar Hamlin's health, they put in a plan that if the Chiefs somehow lose this game in the event they were to play like Buffalo or the Bengals, and in the event they win their games, you know what I'm saying? Like if it could have been like an actual play-in for the first seed, if it was going to be a game in Kansas City, it will be played at a neutral site.
Yeah. So like
Which is very interesting. And I think the league handled that well. I think they did that well.
I'm just a little confused on it because it's if like
It's a
two of the
handful.
three, it's the two of the I'm pretty sure I boiled it down to if two of the three of the Bengals, Chiefs, and Bills get into the AFC Championship game, that's gonna be at the neutral site.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But I think the Raiders have to beat the Chiefs for this to be the case.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
so
the
the
Chiefs
can
need
just
this loss. Like the Chiefs need 4 losses for this plan to take action. Otherwise, the
They'd
Chiefs
have the
just win
bye.
it outright.
Okay.
So it's like, does that play into you at all, wanting to go with the Jarrett Stidham Raiders?
No.
Well, why would the Chiefs don't want to lose?
I don't think
It's
they'll
in
want to
Vegas.
lose.
Like,
It is in Vegas. I would dabble in Raiders covering here just because they played the Niners so well, but honestly, I don't know how that team's going to stop Patrick Mahomes.
All I'm gonna say is it's a lot easier to like game plan for someone when you have film to watch versus like
Yeah.
last week when you don't have film to watch of Jarrett
You
Stidham.
have no idea. Yeah, you don't know if he's going to be out to
So-
like Colt McCoy or
Yeah,
actually throwing the ball downfield. Yeah.
Can we talk
I would
about the
say
catch?
I would say Chiefs.
Can we talk
Which-
about the Devontae
Devontae?
catch? Yeah,
Like, which one, though? Is there multiple?
one-
like,
the one
not
that wasn't a catch. The one that wasn't a catch.
That was not a catch.
Yeah, but it's not
In
enough
the
to
end
overturn
zone?
it.
No, okay, but like
the ball that hit the ground.
Yeah, but it
I
doesn't move, so it's not enough to overturn it.
that hit the ground.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Again,
I honestly
again,
did not see
Yeah.
To
it
the
play.
NFL
Yeah,
rules,
the
like even the
referees-
refs can acknowledge that it hit the ground.
They can't overturn it without
Can't
it
overturn it.
Like
yeah,
turn
but
any
that was the
motion.
wrong call. It was the wrong call off jump. It should have never been ruled.
I mean, you know what was the most annoying thing about that game this past weekend, the Niners-Raiders game, was like they kept cutting away from it on red zone to show us the 31-3 Packers game. It was like, dude, come on.
red zone does
Like,
not.
what is going on?
Bro, red zone. I mean, red zone's like kind of clear with his agendas.
What do you mean by that?
They wanted us to like know that the Packers were back, so they're like, nobody wants to watch this Raiders game. We're just gonna have it on this Packers blowout the entire time.
So I guess red zone is pro Packers, but I'm pro Raiders covering, but pro Chiefs winning this game.
I mean, Chiefs are winning.
I think it would be too difficult for the NFL to play at a neutral site. Give the Chiefs the win, make it easier on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Logistically.
Chiefs don't cover spreads though. Like I just don't.
That's what I'm saying. I'd take Vegas to cover. I mean, they
Like-
played a good game against. Yeah,
The
they
last-
played a good game against the
Are they
Niners.
really just not going to cover the whole year? Because that's
last-
just crazy to me.
The last team I remember them covering against was the Rams. Like, I feel like that's not facts, but
They also give Kansas City like too many points in most of these games. Like giving them double digits, like you see a
Yeah.
double digit points and you're like, I don't know, the Chiefs might play this one close.
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah, Chiefs covered against the.
I just think we're all thinking the Chiefs are gonna win though, realistically, right?
yeah, they will. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all on the same page about that.
So quick stat: the Chiefs have only covered 5 times this year.
Yeah, they don't cover
So-
spreads.
Jesus.
They don't cover spreads.
That is bad.
Yeah.
See, like this is why I don't not saying like Vegas and this. They just play games so close. Like I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl this year against some of these other teams in the
But
AFC.
but
I
the
wouldn't
Bills
knock
kind
them for that.
the Bills kind of keep it the same. I feel like. So
I mean, I'm not looking at the Bills to go back out. So I mean, I'm kind of
you-
pro Bengals in the Super
yeah,
Bowl.
okay.
But I digress to the Chiefs. I think it's a Chiefs sweep. Chiefs run the table here.
Yeah.
Saturday, they're kind of giving us just some AFC trash, but we have the AFC South Super Bowl on Saturday night. The 7-9
This game will actually be interesting. I
yeah,
feel like.
at the 8-8 Jags. Jacksonville's a 6.5 point favorite, man. 39.5 over under. That's going over. That's going over. I can
Why
tell
do you
that right
say
now.
that though? The Titans
It's
Henry.
going
score
over.
Henry.
points.
Henry.
Because Derrick Henry is playing this week. Like he didn't play last week. It was against the Cowboys. Didn't even matter for this week because in the event that we win, we get the tiebreaker over them some way, somehow, because I think it's our conference or our division record, right? So we'd win the division. So basically, like the NFL just set it up to have this cool Saturday late night South game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like scared this game's gonna be 16-3. Like I hope it's entertaining. I hope we see Lawrence giving
See,
it all.
I'm
I
feeling
hope
an
we see
under.
But like,
highlight reel, but from
you
Henry.
think 16-3, like Jags winning?
Yeah, like something.
No,
like-
see, I think Henry gives the Titans way more.
He has at least 150-yard rush.
I don't think
on it.
Henry's
can I
gonna
ask you
score.
What?
Every other week, I feel like when we talk about the Titans, you'd be like, "Yeah, Henry will be in the first half going crazy, and then the second half they'll stop using him." Where's that energy this week?
Because Vrabel is going to pull out a different playbook for Week 18. I don't know him personally or know this for a fact, But like, surely we can't just do the same thing we've done all season. Like, I just kind of pray that we don't just forget. You know what? But we have Josh Dobbs, though. That's the thing as well. Like, we can't just depend on Tannehill either. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna need a lot of just
like
I
we
don't
may
know, man.
need to just use Henry. Is Gabe over here?
Yeah.
Top left.
NFL
Yeah.
Casual is over there. Yeah, I don't know. I would keep that same energy about the Titans, but I really want them to go back to the playoffs.
Do
It'd
you
be
though?
interesting.
Like, do you?
I mean, dude, if we hosted the Ravens, could you imagine? Like
No
Josh
QB.
Dobbs versus Tyler Huntley playoff game.
So
Oh,
is
God.
Lamar? Is Lamar really
I mean,
just like not?
He's not playing.
I think he's done for the year as well.
If the
sadly.
Titans can make it into the playoffs, they can make it out the divisional.
Really, with Josh Dobbs as quarterback.
Yes,
I
but
just don't
the
see that team
Jacksonville
going
Jaguars are going to win this game at home. That's the problem. Jacksonville comes away with the win. Trevor Lawrence and the offense are rolling right now. I'm kind of on the Gabe side of things, not going to lie.
I'm taking
Well,
Titans.
Ben's
mean,
going Titans. All
okay.
right, why? Why are you taking Titans in Jacksonville?
Vrabel.
Yeah.
Just like there's nothing more to be said. Just Vrabel. Like they probably won't win, but like I'll take my chances on Vrabel.
That's very
Come on now.
interesting.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville. Normally I would say that, like, but that's with a healthy Titans team, not even just Tannehill. That team's pretty banged up, from what I understand. I feel like those guys in Tennessee are waiting to hit the golf course, hit fishing.
They just want to put Trevor Lawrence graphics up with his long hair.
Yeah.
First time in the playoffs with Coach Doug Peterson, who's won a Super Bowl. Can the Jags make a run? If the Jags win, they're looking at playing either the Chargers or the Ravens at home.
They beat both those
round.
teams.
Dude, like, you cannot write this story better for the Jags. Not going to lie. Like, it's set up perfectly for them.
The Jags win, and Derrick Henry does not score a touchdown.
That's bold.
That's my
probably-
that is my take. Derrick Henry does not see the end zone this game.
It's probably the boldest take. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting
I'm-
Saturday. Interesting Saturday.
It'll be interesting. Yeah.
I'm going to, make sure to follow us on our socials. I'm going to be probably live tweeting this Titans game this weekend. I'm going to be giving out picks for it. I'm going to tweet out an SGP. Last week of the season, we got to go crazy with it. We got to get you something good.
Yeah.
So make sure to follow me on Twitter, NWH Johnny, Free Frill on everything, NFL Casual on TikTok, Twitter, Galvin NFL on TikTok. Go find them.
Yeah.
You know where we at. All right. And so Sunday is going to be just a great day. I don't have work. I hope anyone else doesn't have anything to do besides watch football because it's just going to be good divisional football, man. To start off our day, let's go with the 7-9 Jets at the 8-8 Dolphins. Miami is a 3-point favorite, over under 37.5. Now, fellas, last week, y'all took the Seahawks, and I took the Jets, and I made a wager. And I'm almost done with season 1 of Smallville right now. And at first, I was kind of annoyed, and it started growing on me. But I'm enjoying it. But I wouldn't put myself in that situation again. It's the Joe Flacco game. It's also a friend is going to be at that game supporting the Dolphins. So we want our boy to have a good time. It's Dolphins money line.
Football.
Yeah. Our friend.
Our friend who doesn't care about football, keep in mind. Our friend who does not care about football, he talks about football. He goes, yeah, football. Literally every time. That's all he says. Doesn't care.
Yeah. Football.
I personally
shout out,
hate
football.
this game.
Yeah. Ugly game.
I'm gonna just come out right and say this: the Miami Dolphins are not winning this football game.
Wow.
Let's go. Nah, and I'll tell you why. And I agree with Gabe. Jets are winning. Patriots are losing. Steelers are winning. Steelers in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's happening. I'm
Oh,
sorry. It's happening. It always happens. It always happens. And you can
happened
try to
last
say
season.
no.
Like,
It happens.
Dude, that tie that the Chargers messed up last season, literally put the Steelers in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That shit, they just you can't write these stories better.
Steelers had a tie with the Lions.
And
That
Tomlin
was
has
insane.
to have a 500 or above record. So
Yeah,
you
he's
know
never
they're
had a
already
losing
winning.
season.
Yeah, I mean, am I crazy for picking the
Bro,
Dolphins? Then? Fuck.
No, I mean,
I just think McDaniel's
This
kind
is
of
a
on the
playoff
hot seat. There's all the
implication game.
rumors about them still wanting Sean Payton and Brady, and I just think that becomes crazy, especially if they lose the playoffs, because they were 8-3, and they'd be 8-9.
They were what?
8-3.
They were 8-3.
They're at 8-8 right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
but they
mind,
lost.
never
They
mind.
lost.
All right,
They
give me
lost
the
their
Jets.
quarterback.
Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets.
I mean, they lost their
Well,
quarterback
I
for
mean,
like two
but
of
like
those
Bridgewater's
games.
not even playing.
Isn't it
Skylar Thompson?
I've heard people. It's not
Yeah.
spready. It's not spready Bridgewater. Oh, then give me
He
the
has
Jets.
a
Never
he has a
mind.
I'm
dislocated
sorry.
pinky.
I'm
Give me the
sorry,
Jets.
but like I just can't expect Skylar Thompson to win them this game.
Yeah.
When they had a chance to close it out with Tua. They had a chance to close this thing out with Tua, and they couldn't get it done. And I'm supposed to believe Skylar
If
Thompson.
they literally beat the Packers, they
Aren't they
literally
in
would
New
have been in
York?
the playoffs.
Aren't they in New
100%.
York? No, they're in Miami. Okay, but like I could see that.
With Dolphins, I'm out of Miami. I
can see the frustrating
I'm
Is
just
that
the
a
Steelers are
crowd
making
dust
it in. It's
off?
as simple as that for me. So like this is just one of the steps for the Steelers to
Yeah,
make it in.
this is one of the. This is like the second. I guess we've had 3 playoff implication games in a row, and I mean the next one too.
Like Dolphins fans, I'm not trying to hate on y'all's team, but
And also, I think
2-9 will come for you.
Saleh
Yeah.
wants to win this game really bad because he wants to have a press conference where he's like, "You guys wrote me off, and I won 8 games."
like I like Mike McDaniel. I'm not one of those like
I
weird
like both
old
of them.
heads.
Yeah.
Not those weird old heads who are like, oh, I don't like Mike McDaniel. He's too fun or
He
whatever.
makes jokes.
But yeah, they were like trying to get on
He
him for like
watches.
making
He
it.
watches
There's a
McGruber.
chance that he could be a new head coach of a new team if Sean Payton goes to the Dolphins. So
No, and if you're an NFL team looking for a coach, you would love to have that guy.
Yeah.
He's a great offensive.
I mean, I think
brain.
most would.
He's a great offensive brain. He just makes guys work, except when you don't have a good quarterback because your main quarterback.
I mean, his offense
That's
is
at
all like
McGruber. So
it's all timing and angles.
all right, my official pick is the Jets,
Yeah, I got the Jets.
and they're an underdog. So I'll just take the money on that.
I just can't
Mike
take
White.
these Jets. I can't.
You
take these
can't.
Jets.
You would take the Skylar Thompson Dolphins.
I was trying to look for reasons. Like I'm going back and forth in my head where it's like the Jets defense is there, but are they gonna produce on offense? I don't. Oh, I'm going back and forth.
Do you
I'm
remember
going
the
Dolphins.
last time Joe Flacco played with them?
I'm going with the Dolphins.
Do you remember what happened to the Browns?
I'm going with the
No,
Dolphins.
You
that
remember
was
what
not the
Joe
last time he
Flacco
played
did?
with them.
I'm
That's
not
the
gonna
last
get
time I
talked. I'm not
remember.
gonna get
He's gonna
talked
have a
into
Joe
this. Jets.
Flacco game. All right. Then Gabe Bentley.
Yeah, I said
said
Mike
Jets.
White. This is definitely
Wait, Gavin, what'd you go with?
Joe Flacco.
I went with
game.
Dolphins. I went with Dolphins.
All right, solo Dolphins. And another AFC matchup, which is a big playoff implication game, is the 7-9 Browns, of course, in Pittsburgh, to play the 8-8 Steelers. And this has got to be a beautiful line because it's -2.5.
I'll say this: Kenny
for
Pickett is
Pittsburgh.
going to go out there and look like old Roethlisberger. I won't say prime. I'll say old Roethlisberger. Like I don't think he's gonna be throwing
Old.
400 yards and 3 touchdowns, but I think like 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he's getting them into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
That's
guess
just-
the stat line, but I think they're gonna win this
I
game.
just
It
think
doesn't matter. They just get the win.
The defense
but,
is
like,
nice.
so-
They score 2 touchdowns a game. It wins them the game. Like that's all they need.
that's what I'm saying.
like, We
I
all
think Kenny
debated
Pickett comes
ourselves
into his
that.
own. Like this is a good game for him to be like, all right, I'm not like just one and done type guy.
Dude, they're still holding on to the Christmas magic
Yeah.
from beating the Raiders. And then we're all like, no, the Ravens have to win this. Like, and then they just somehow find a way. Bro, Najee's like scoring the football. Like earlier this season, who would have ever imagined that kind of thing? Like Najee Harris scored a touchdown.
That
in a
play
game.
was crazy. That play was crazy.
That was a good play. Dude, Kenny Pickett threw a great ball on that play. Like he's showing
He
like
really
he can
did.
make those plays, bro. And
He
when you
really
got a
did.
guy who can make those plays, and obviously he's gonna be their franchise guy. He's just got the
You
energy.
just got to get him towards game managing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and I think these are the perfect situations to be in to learn that shit though. You know what I'm saying? Put me in a fourth quarter. We got to drive, win, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left type shit. Like that's where you want to be to learn. With a
But I
good
mean, just
coach.
like what a month ago they were looking at tanking, and then they're like, all right, let's just keep rolling with Pickett.
Well, TJ Watt came back.
TJ Watt came back,
TJ Watt came back.
or TJ Watt
Isn't
came
there
back.
another Watt that's on that team?
Derek, the fullback.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh.
But like, I don't like Pittsburgh has a weaker schedule to end the year, but like 4 straight wins going into the playoffs, that's huge. So, yeah,
And
Steelers.
over under 40.5, like, give me the under. Give me
Yeah,
the
I'll take the under. 16-14 again.
Deshaun, I mean, we didn't even touch on the Browns. Fellas, Deshaun kind of gave us something last week. How'd you feel about that?
Okay,
I think-
yeah. Wait, can I just ask a question? Who's at home? Who's at home for this game?
It is in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Go ahead, Gabe.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like Deshaun, back with the franchise, another offseason working. I don't see why he shouldn't be back to his normal self next year. Like even if he starts off week 1 slow, I would be very concerned as a Browns fan. I mean, they're gonna have Chubb back next year, aren't they? Myles Garrett isn't going anywhere. So like if I'm a Browns fan, I'm feeling pretty good heading into next year, especially with like the draft and some weapons.
I
Like,
mean,
still
Amari
do-
Cooper is a good
Yeah, you got
receiver.
Amari Cooper. You got Donovan
Played
Peoples-Jones.
Coop played good, man.
I mean, they don't even need a wide receiver 1. They could like get them. I
And
don't
they
know
have one.
anybody. Yeah, and they have one. So Browns. I mean, it sucks that for them that they couldn't get anything together this
And if
year.
I'm not wrong, Amari Cooper signed there in free agency, correct?
No,
Yeah.
No, he was
No, he
traded
didn't.
there.
he got traded. I don't know
Okay,
why.
that
yeah.
sucks. That sucks. All right, yeah. Pittsburgh
He
runs
got
the
traded for a
table.
6th rounder.
Does Pittsburgh run the table? Gavin, are you sold?
I would have. I was gonna take the Browns if they were at home, but yeah, we'll go Steelers.
Kenny
See,
Pickett is
I just
him.
like mixing it up. When people don't have me sold, like Kenny Pickett's one of those people where he doesn't have me fully convinced. It's not to say Deshaun does, but like I'll always be skeptical to take the Steelers.
Yeah. So going into our next game, we got the 13-1 Texans at the 4-11 Colts in a shit bowl. Indiana -2.5, over under 38. This game sucks. These teams suck. The lines suck.
Dude, that's
where
crazy
you guys
because
heads
I
at?
have out of every game that is on this slate this weekend, this is probably the one I have the most to say about. If the Texans pull off this win and the Bears lose like they should, like not even that, if the Texans just straight up win, I like found this Etsy like portrait of Lovie Smith. It's like $11. I'm buying that. Because like if Lovie Smith, because all right, he's probably gonna be canned at the end of this year. Like they kind of just brought him over, just I don't know, they couldn't find anybody else who wanted to suffer with that franchise for this year. So if he goes in there and he's like, all right, you're ready to fire me. Let's go win this last game and mess up the tank. Give the Bears, his old team, the team he's known for, the number 1 overall pick. Give me the Texans, man. Like even if that's just pure hope for the draft scenario. Like y'all are looking at playoff scenarios, my team looking at draft scenarios, it's whatever. But give me the Texans.
There's just
Nah,
levels.
I'm
There's
sold
just
on
levels.
There's
that.
levels to this.
I feel that shit because I'm just thinking, what could the Bears do with that magical first pick, man?
Anything.
What could they do?
Literally
with that?
anything.
What could they do with that Bryce Young pick?
Anything they really wanted to.
Is that the
that's
pick?
a position I want them to be in.
I mean, I'm assuming Bryce Young is the first pick.
Yeah.
I mean, not if you're the Bears. I don't think. I think
Well,
if you're
but
the
you
Bears,
could
you
trade
away.
that. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could trade it up a little, trade it down a little bit, maybe get another pick or a player that's good out of it. Like there's value in that pick. So I'm kind of sold on the Texans. I mean, I like Davis Mills right now better than Nick Foles from a quarterback perspective.
I don't
If Nick
think
Foles is
isn't
playing,
playing.
like
He's
yeah, like
not.
what even is going on with the Colts?
Well, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
like there's
who's
no
playing?
reason to believe in the Colts really.
No,
And the
if you're a
Texans
Colts
may be
fan-
2-13-1, but
The
the Colts
I mean,
are only
the
4
Colts are
and
tanking
11 and
themselves.
1. The Colts are 4 and 11 and 1.
The
So it's
Colts
like-
are not trying to
Yeah,
win.
this also doesn't really help if the Colts win for them. This is gonna be like a tank ass game. Like this is gonna be the
Facts.
battle of losing.
So right now, ESPN is giving the Texans a 73% chance to win. Like
Yeah. That's from like a ESPN perspective, right?
think
like
Ellinger.
does it have a money
Yeah, it's
line or
Ellinger.
anything? Is it just football?
oh yeah, the line.
Oh man,
I don't even know,
We
dude.
just need a straight football perspective. Someone, you know what? Is Damian Pierce even in? Like, where did he end up
think
going?
he's on
like,
IR.
what happened to him?
I
IR.
think he's on
probably.
IR. I think he's done for
Damn.
the year.
This is a tank bowl, man. People are playing
Yeah.
for their jobs. They're going to be trying to win this game, I guess. So
Whatever. Yeah, I mean Texans all around then.
Yeah, I'll go with Texans.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't.
Yeah,
even
you literally don't
anything
have
to
a
say.
thought about this game. You're
I
like
don't-
lost. You're like whatever.
I don't have anything to say.
I mean,
if
there's
you
just like nothing redeemable.
if you
about this game.
genuinely sit here and not on red zone, if you genuinely sit here and watch this game start to finish, you're a crazy person.
I would only do that during like peak quarantine.
No, I feel
Yeah,
bad
like-
because my boy Chuck is an Indianapolis Colts fan. He's an Indy guy, and I just feel bad because he never reps them like or anything. And like, yeah, I live in Nashville, not to dox myself, but I live in Titanstown. But like, you can still wear other teams' stuff, and like people will be like, oh, that's cool. Everyone from here is from somewhere else. Obviously, I'm not from here.
Yeah,
I'm from the Chicagoland area. But like, bro doesn't like you just can't rock Colts stuff. Like, it doesn't look good. Like, it's like one of the teams you'll actually get roasted for wearing.
yeah.
Like, not even just from a Nashville Titans perspective, just like it's not a respectable franchise. Like,
AFC
it's just
finalists.
very poverty.
They hung up a banner for being AFC finalists.
They did not do that. That's got to be a lie. Is that still up?
No, I don't know if it's still up, but like they hung it
Oh,
up for
I
sure.
would hope they took that down. Yeah, I mean, just for that, I'm going with the Texans. But getting to our next game, we're switching it up, going over to the NFC. Still down south, we have the 8-8 Bucks at the 6-10 Falcons, with maybe the weirdest line of the weekend, as the Falcons are -4.5 at home, over under 40.5. Does this game not matter for the Pats? Like, they've won the division regardless.
The
Pats.
Bucks.
The Bucks, I mean Brady.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean,
but,
like they won the division. So
They
yeah.
Okay.
won the division, but I don't know why they would be sitting any. Like, I guess obviously not to have like Brady.
Because it
get
doesn't
horrifically
matter. They're
injured.
going to be the 4 no matter what, maybe.
I get that, but like when you drag ass into the playoffs, like from my perspective, I think you'd want to win that game. But
Yeah.
Dude, I just like Atlanta -4.5 is just scary. Like, why?
well, even
Like, are
okay,
they just gonna be trying harder or something? Is it because it's
That's
in Atlanta? Like,
they didn't cover against the Cardinals. Like they need a last-second field goal to beat the Cardinals by 2. Like,
Why are-
tell me, the Bucks second stringers are no worse than the Cardinals right now,
yeah.
and I feel like Brady's gonna at least play a half of that game. I don't know, because like I feel like by now we would have known he's sitting out. Like,
Oh, Brady
Screw
wants
it,
to
I'll
play.
just-
I
I'll
think
just
Brady
go
wants to keep his momentum, so I think Brady
Yeah,
will play
I'll
a
just go
decent amount
Bucks.
of this game.
I'm going Bucks. Yeah, like
Yeah.
even if this was secondary against the
I mean, Ben, as our resident NFC South guy, is there any redeeming qualities about the Atlanta Falcons?
It's a good day if the Falcons lose. So, Bucks.
Yeah,
Bucks.
let's go Bucks then. I mean, it's like whatever. It's kind of a whatever game, to be honest.
See,
a
like
lot of
there's
these are.
there's
sadly.
really like not that much to say. Like,
Well, Kevin, what's there to say about this next game? The 6-10 Panthers at the 7-9 Saints. New Orleans is a 3.5-point favorite, over under 41.5. What do you got to say about
See,
that?
well,
Like, there's
What-
nothing. to really
it
say.
doesn't mean anything. Like,
I think
the-
if I had $1 million, I would put it on Rashid Shaheed over like 20 plus receiving yards.
If I had
I-
$1 million, I would probably put that in the bank and never touch this game.
it's literally it's literally two teams who just lost to Brady. Like that's what this game is. Two teams who Brady just shattered their
Saint-
playoff hopes going against each other.
The Saints are not losing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the
Saints are
Saints at
winning.
home in this one.
Saints are
It-
we're ending the
Saints-
season
hey,
4-0.
The Saints are always a good watch.
Yeah.
Like they're
We're a good team.
yeah,
Like
like it's
Dennis
just
Allen.
like I was arguing with a guy in an Xbox party last night. He's a Philly guy, and he was talking about like Gardner Minshew this, and I'm like, bro, Gardner Minshew couldn't have done anything. The league's dad is back. Marshawn Lattimore is here to play. He's a great player. Even respected athletes like KD tweet about Marshawn Lattimore. You know what I'm
He
saying?
teaches
Like,
class every Sunday.
exactly.
No,
Like
that's
KD
crazy.
knows, bro. Like they're just good to watch, man. Yeah, Saints run the table. I'm assuming. Gavin, you on
Yeah,
Saints?
Yeah, I'm on the Saints.
All right. Another playoff implication game because it is win and in for the 8-8 Pats who are playing against the 12-3 Buffalo Bills. -7 Bills, over under 43.5. Obviously, Monday was like a very tough night. I think everybody shook up. This is winning in for the Pats. So, like, I mean, the Bills, I feel like the Bills kind of -7. Like, they just come out and win this, even though it is winning in for the Pats. But the Pats also need to lose for the Steelers to get in. So I think it just makes the most sense for the Bills to win.
I mean, I don't see why the Pats would like somehow pull out a stop for Josh Allen, and B, Mac Jones is just going to take over and win them that game. Like, I don't see it happening.
Patriots are not a good team. Patriots are just
No, this is like
Patriots are the definition of mid to me. Like, they're just
well,
nothing.
that's what I'm saying. This is like
They're nothing.
it's been a very mid season, and to like end the season, they're just going to lose to a good Bills team. So,
If you're the Patriots, why do you even want to try to get in?
Yeah,
Well, they
it's
can
like
get
it would just be
spanked by
going
it.
to like play. I think you'd probably go on to play the Bills again, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, because they
I was
go in
gonna say.
at the 7 and go right back to Buffalo.
I was gonna say
Like,
you're
you
gonna
might
win
as well just
two in a
recreate
lose
row.
one
last year.
in Buffalo.
You're gonna win two
recreate
in a
last
row
year, yeah.
against Buffalo. No.
Like, no way they'd win 2 in a row against Buffalo. No.
They're not winning one. So, I mean, just clearly Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Then you with Buffalo.
Yup.
All right. 12-4 Vikings at the 3-13 Bears. We have a tanking Bears team in this NFC North matchup with Minnesota favorited by however many. It does not really matter. I don't
Vikings
think
are winning this game.
Vikings. I
This
think
is the
come
first
away.
game I will pick against the Bears.
There's no Fields anyway.
No
so
Fields.
Yeah,
there's no
it's
re-
literally
there's
the
no
Nathan
redeeming
Peterman
qualities.
game. I mean, even if the Vikings sack guys, it's like no way the Bears get that done.
No,
Like-
we're losing. Like, we have our eyes on the first overall pick. People will laugh and like just
And you,
diss us, troll us over it. We're tanking, man. Like,
Yeah.
we're not trying to be like the Pats, be 7-10, missing the playoffs, picking 18th overall. Like, we don't. No, we're tanking this
I
year.
mean,
so
just a disgusting line. Don't even be talked about. Like,
yeah.
See, there's so many games this week where it's just like.
Like I said, this is the 4th week of preseason. I don't know what Goodell was thinking adding this final week, but
Yeah.
at least we got more.
like when did this
At least
start?
we got more revenue last
When
year.
did? Nah, this is awful. Like, this is
No,
just
it is
like
terrible.
no one even wants to play this week.
No,
Like how are parlays gonna go for this? Is what I'm like.
I don't.
What
I
would
don't
you
know
even
if I'm-
parlay?
I don't even know. If I'm
nothing.
able-
Like
Like a
nothing
bunch
that-
of unders, like a few unders or something.
Like, okay, here's one. Here's a mock one I would make. Saints. I don't even fucking know. Saints and
Nah,
Steelers.
like-
that might be it. Like,
Nah,
because
like,
those are the only ones that I would like sweat. Like, the Chiefs are going to be minus 500. The Bills are going to be minus 500.
True.
Vikings are probably minus 300. I guess that's something you could throw into the surgical 6.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Vikings run the table with that one. We go back over to the AFC for this game. We got the 10-6 Ravens at the 11-4 Bengals. Cincinnati minus 9.5. Oh, this is in Cincinnati, and Tyler Huntley is the quarterback for the Ravens still.
Oh, I wonder
So the
what team
Bengals
we're all
win this
gonna pick.
game. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Bengals
Bengals.
win this game. We
Like-
all agree the Bengals win this game. Congrats to the Bengals for
For clinching the AFC North.
the AFC North.
Yeah.
You guys are winners.
Congratulations,
shit.
Joey B.
You guys rock. We believe in you. All right. I think they're probably going to go to the Super Bowl. That team just gets it done.
Yeah.
See, this is why it's interesting. I would have the winner of the Bills Bengals game was going to be. I felt like that would have been a very defining game, but because of a very, very unfortunate event, we did not get to see the outcome of that. And maybe it's better to be safe for the playoffs.
So we go into the Sunday late slate now. We got a few games here. We have the 9-6-1 Giants at the 13-3 Eagles. Philadelphia is minus 14, over under 43.5. Brian Dabble confirmed that several key starters will be resting in this game. They won't be risking any injuries because their playoff spot cannot move. They
Who are
are
those
locked
starters?
in. Those starters would consist of like Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley.
Is Daniel Jones for sure?
Yeah, he's not playing. They're not risking anything with those
I know
guys. and
Saquon. You know for a fact Daniel Jones is not playing?
No, he's
yeah,
not playing.
he's not playing.
Okay.
Like Dabble said, they're not like these guys are resting because their spot in the NFC playoff.
No, you
can't
already
move.
explained that, but
They're just
I'm
five.
just
no
making
matter
sure.
what. Six.
I don't
Yeah,
care about Saquon being out, but if Daniel Jones is in, I'm hammering Giants.
Yeah. Like, I just think it's Eagles. I don't know about an Eagles cover because Gardner Minshew could put up a lot of points like they did against the Cowboys. So it's like,
Eagles are not covering 14
Like, I
points.
might-
That's
I might-
ridiculous.
I might recommend. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. Take
alternate spread.
The Giants are 730. The Giants are 730. I don't know. I can't talk myself into it because the Eagles have something to play for. Maybe if they were like resting everybody as well, then I guess the line wouldn't be 730. But that's just some food for thought.
That's a
Oh,
big
plus
line.
730.
The hell? That's
I'm saying-
crazy.
Philly is minus 14.5. Like, are you really gonna sit here and say that they're gonna cover more than 2 touchdowns? I don't think.
That's like a 20-10 game easily.
I think the Eagles still win this game though in
Well,
Philly.
yeah. I mean, Eagles win.
I mean,
I think has Minshew won yet?
No, he's
No.
0-2.
Yeah, like he needs a win. So like,
They need to close it out.
yeah.
You know, I don't even know if Jalen Hurts is like even going to be back by. Or
Well, they're gonna have the
they're
bye.
still the first, right?
well,
yeah,
that's why
like
they need. That's why
well,
they
yeah,
need
they
it.
need this win then because if the
Yeah.
Cowboys
Otherwise,
win,
Cowboys. Yeah.
and if the Vikings win, well, the
See-
Vikings got their asses kicked by both those teams. So the Cowboys would technically win it if the Giants won this
Yeah.
game. So does that play into anyone's thought?
Eagles.
No. Yeah, no, it's still Eagles.
Eagles. I feel like all these are pretty like straightforward.
Yeah,
All right.
that.
We got the 5-11 Rams at the 8-8 Fraud
Yeah.
Hawks, who are still alive. This is a playoff implication game. If the Seahawks do win, the Lions cannot make the playoffs.
So yeah, this is. I want to talk about this.
It's in Seattle.
I really want the Seahawks to just get business done because I feel like if whatever reason the Rams win that, well, obviously no, it's not for whatever reason. If the Rams win this game, the Lions are going to bring a different type of energy. Me being a Packers fan, for those who don't know, the energy that's going to be brought as a Lions fan, no, because obviously you want to upset the Packers regardless. But do you really care that much? Are you willing to risk injuries? Are you willing to put everything on the line for no playoff hopes?
Dude,
Yeah.
MCDC?
If it's
I doubt
divisional,
it.
yes.
I doubt
MCDC?
it.
Yeah.
If
I
it's
doubt it.
divisional, yes. It does
You
not
can say-
matter what happens in this game for Lions, Packers, IMO.
Bro, he will.
I'm-
He
I'll
will
pick-
You can
I'm
say
still
that all
going
you
for that.
want. You can say that all you want, but I don't. But I truly.
I mean,
believe
I already
they'll
think
be-
like Packers are in the playoffs. Like they've already decided they want Rodgers in.
I agree, but I feel like
Dude, Detroit is not resting anybody. Like they have a shot to just go 9-8. Be like, hey, we did. You know, we had our ups and downs, but it's a rebuilding year. We
I'm
got
not
a
gonna say
winning
they're-
record.
I'm not gonna say they're resting, but I feel like there's definitely a different intensity if it's hey, we're gonna fucking make the playoffs if we win this game.
I will say
versus oh, it's just division. Like obviously they care, but it's just
But like, even if they're eliminated, it's
Well,
already.
but think about it. If you're the Lions, if you beat the Packers, they don't get in.
Yeah.
Well, you get it. If
No,
yeah,
no,
that, dude,
If
that
the
okay,
Seahawks-
yeah.
if the Seahawks,
The
well,
Seahawks
you know
will
what?
be in.
You're right. The Lions get in because the Rams are winning this game.
okay.
I don't hate that take, dude. Like they're in LA, are they not?
No, it's in Seattle. That might
Oh.
be the worst take I've had. But I'm sticking with hashtag Rams home. Give me Rams +6. Give me.
I was
Rams
gonna
plus
say,
6.
dude, Rams
Like,
+6 is
free. They might not win. I might not take that, but the +6 I will gladly.
Are you
take
choosing
that.
Rams?
I will choose Rams for this podcast.
Yeah.
I won't bet a money line. I'm betting Rams +6.
just put me down for the Hawks. But Rams +6, that's I'd say a pretty good lock. I mean, they've been covering recently, have they not?
Don't worry about that.
Either way, they've been playing
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
Baker
okay.
has been
so,
playing better.
so I'm assuming I'm a solo Rams
yes.
win.
Yes, you
All right.
would be.
So we have the 10-6 Chargers at the 4-12 Broncos. Denver 3.5-point favorite at home. Not really sure what's going on with that because when I was trying to read if anyone was like resting, I didn't really see the Chargers pop up anywhere.
Dude,
Are
no,
Chargers
they're
in
all
for
playing.
sure?
Chargers
They're
are
locked,
in for
right?
sure.
Chargers are in.
But
Chargers.
they're not locked.
No, they could switch places with like the Ravens. The Ravens are above them.
They could be a 7 seed, and then what? You have to go to Buffalo.
They
Yeah,
can't
so they
be-
want to win,
They
right?
can't. Can they be a 7 seed or
No,
no?
they can only be 6 or 5.
All right, playoff predictions.
Them and the
is
Ravens
fucking
are
with me
locked
right
in
now.
6-5.
Yeah, playoff predictions is messing with me, I guess. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna go
like,
Chargers.
It's 6 seed. You got to go to Cincy. Like,
I mean,
dude,
Chargers is an underdog too. Like, I mean, if you don't like a lot of the lines, you gotta like this one. Like, the Chargers are just a better team.
Wait, what are you talking about? Chargers as an underdog?
The Chargers are underdogs this week. They're plus 138
Bro, like, right?
against the Broncos, who probably won't be playing Russell, or they probably will, but like
No, they probably are.
dude's ready to.
I'm so tired of watching him play, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so
But
tired.
I'm not gonna lie, he
Does
looked
it-
better last week.
He did.
Does it
I won't
not?
take that away from him.
It
No, it
doesn't
matters.
affect it. It doesn't affect the Chargers at all.
They're
If the
in the
Chargers,
playoffs.
if the
It'll
Chargers
affect their
win,
spot.
like if the Chargers win and the Ravens were to lose to the Bengals, the Chargers would be the 5 and go to Cincinnati. Or no, go to Jacksonville.
Or
Tennessee, maybe.
yeah.
Basically,
This is
Chargers just want to win to get.
this is ridiculous that it's such a trap that.
No, like why
I'm
are the
taking Chargers.
underdogs?
Like if the Chargers are playing everybody, I don't know why I wouldn't go Chargers. They
I couldn't
played-
find any confirmation on if they weren't playing guys either. But I'm pretty sure they are.
I mean, even if they sit like Eckler, like that doesn't. As long as like Herbert's playing, like I like their chance
Like I'm betting an interception in this game.
from Herbert.
from Russ. From
I
either
did
of 'em.
not. Like it doesn't even matter really. I just think there will be one.
Gavin, who you going?
It has to be the Chargers, but I hate doing that, honestly.
Your Chargers sweep the table.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next game, NFC West, 4-12 Cardinals at the 12-4 Niners in San Francisco. San Francisco minus 14. San
Welcome to
Francisco is
retirement,
winning.
JJ Watt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sucks
Niners-
it has to end
Niners
like
win.
that, but it
I
does.
don't know if they cover. I don't know how like hard they're gonna lay it on to the Cardinals, but they just need to win. And like the Eagles lost to get the 1 seed, but they're not getting the 1
Yeah.
seed.
They would get it if the Eagles
But the Eagles
right?
lost. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean
they're
they
not losing.
they play at the same time as the Eagles though. That's tough.
They're not
Yeah,
losing.
you
No,
can't
they'll
wait till
start
you
their
know.
guys.
You
Yeah.
can't wait till you know. Nah, I assume they'll start their guys. I mean, I'm just gonna take San Francisco anyways.
Yeah, Niners are
In San Francisco, they're a better
Yeah.
team. I'm assuming they sweep the table.
Yup.
All right.
But I would
So we
love
got-
if the Cardinals. I do want to say I would love if the Cardinals won. I don't want to play San Fran.
We might have to do like a lock of just like all these like double digit underdogs.
I mean, I got my surgical 6 crafted right now.
All right.
I would
wanna,
love.
after we go over the slate, I want to hear that shit.
I'm my boy. One of my boys is a big Cardinals fan, and I'm gonna be locking in with
Sucks
him.
at fantasy.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
he
gonna
does.
say it
He
sucks
does.
he doesn't like set his fantasy lineup.
He yeah, but I'm gonna be locked in on the Cardinals this weekend. I would love that. I'd love that.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you would love it, but the 49ers will win this game. All right, so the 12-4 Cowboys are at the 7-8-1 Commies. Dallas is a 7-point favorite, so Vegas giving them a touchdown. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say the Cowboys win this game.
Cowboys cover.
I mean, if it's Wentz, then no way. Commies are
It's
gonna
not
win.
even that, dude. They're so over Snyder. They're so over that whole franchise and organization. It's bad.
Bezos, save him, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
Bezos
you-
save them.
This line set
Cowboys.
at 7. If you outline the line to
5 is a lock.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you outline to 5, they're covering that.
All right.
7 is honestly a shame that they're only giving Dallas 7 points against this horrible team.
Yeah.
Cowboys run the table.
Wait, okay, but why was it a surprise that Carson Wentz was gonna come in and just not do anything?
I
Yeah,
don't
like
know,
what
dude.
the
Like,
hell? What
It-
the
like,
heck
it
was
was like,
Ron
oh, yeah.
Rivera?
Oh,
What
yeah,
did
we're
you
really
do
gonna-
with the
we're really
Ron
gonna-
Rivera
we're really
thing?
gonna-
Yo, imagine
like,
thinking
he
Burrow's
did it-
better than Heineke.
I'm not complaining, but they really wanted the Packers in the playoffs because that's fucking nuts.
Bro, when Ron Rivera's like, I didn't even we could be eliminated today, and he's like, he didn't know, bro, what?
Yeah, he didn't
No,
know it's
it's
just
like
on their game.
When you criticize a coach on Twitter, there's gonna be somebody to come to the defense like, it's the hardest job in the world. How can you say that
Bro,
from your couch?
You-
Like, bro,
that's
at least
such
at
important
least I
knowledge.
know. Yeah, at least I know the playoff scenarios. Like, for being a fucking Twitter coach. Like,
Yeah,
He's
nah,
a-
right. Like,
That's just ridiculous. Yeah, they don't deserve to win. Ron Rivera may be retiring after this year.
he
who
should.
knows?
He should. Like, not even
Um,
as a hateful thing. He just should.
Cowboys run the table, and we go into Sunday night. 8-8 Lions at the 8-8 Packers in the NFC North matchup. In the event the Seattle Seahawks win their game, the Packers are winning in. If the Lions win and the Seahawks lose, then the Lions are in. I think the Packers are going to win. It's in Lambeau. Sunday
I
night.
feel like a lot
Fun
of
fact.
people are
Fun
underestimating this Lions team. And Gabe's about to take the Lions, by the way.
No,
I know
I'm
it
not.
already.
No, continue, because I was about to say some like dumb shit.
I just feel like people are everybody in the world is convinced the Packers are already in. The Lions are playing the best football they've played in years. Like,
I mean,
in a very, very long time. Jared Goff is performing. And I mean, I'm taking the Packers. The Packers are going to win. But I'm not sitting comfortably is what I'm going to say.
I will say, like, what has me more convinced that Green Bay is going to win this game and get in is their defense. Like, I'm just, like, over the past couple of weeks, like, I've just had high admiration for them. Like, guys like Quay Walker, Jair, he's getting trolled a little bit. Like,
He was grittying on JJ.
yeah, now he's doing the trolling. I mean, that defensive lines look like they're back. Is Gary out for the year? Is he back? I don't even know. But I like what Green Bay has going on the defense. I can see them shutting down. The Lions have been shut down quite a bit this year. I mean, just look at any of their 8 losses. They against the Pats, guys like that. I got Green Bay in.
I was just at dinner with my father, who's a huge Packers fan, where I get it from, and he had brought up something very interesting to me. The Packers need to get going early, especially against a team like Detroit. We can't wait around till late in the second quarter and then pick up our pace. We need to come out of the gate jumping, because that is something that Detroit's been able to do, is keep their scoring pace throughout all 4 quarters. I feel like I've seen them score in every quarter.
No, dude, they score like crazy.
Like their pace is something that's unmatched. So the Packers need to come out high intensive defense, and we need to be scoring right away. We need a touchdown in the first quarter, 100%.
Well, that's why I kind of go back to Green Bay's defense recently. Like, they just need to be lights out.
Yeah.
Like, they can't be trading blows with the Lions.
So do Packers run the table?
Yeah, I'll put me down for Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like we want Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, possibly going back to San Francisco.
Yeah, that's where the
a
last
repeat
ride
of,
actually starts.
I mean, who
repeat of
doesn't?
that.
Who doesn't?
Like,
honestly?
we want Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs instead of Jared Goff. Come on. Everybody
Dude,
wants
the
it.
only time he was a wild card in the playoff. No, that's a lie. But
last
time he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the last time he was a wild card in the playoffs.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
We all know what happened.
Great defense. I would say no, he doesn't. That would have been retarded.
And I want to bring. Oh, you keep going.
I was gonna say he might have better weapons than he did then, but he definitely does not have Greg Jennings and Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson.
Yeah,
but
no, I
I'm all right with Christian Watson and his.
Bro, he's a baller, bro. But
what I am gonna say is
yeah,
something about the Packers is, as of recently, they like to have their peak be in the middle of the regular season, and then we tend downwards towards the playoffs. And that's something that I really like this year, is we had our hump in the beginning, and since then we've been trending upwards. So as to where usually we would be trending down, we've already clinched playoffs. We don't really care at the end. We're barely winning games, losing to the Lions last week, not getting Rodgers in motion. Now especially if we come off a hot Detroit win, I love that momentum going in. And I want to say one last thing. I don't truly believe that Lambeau Field is that much of a home field advantage for Rodgers. You can say whatever he wants. When Rodgers is playing in no wind, indoor, domes, or nice weather, he delivers the best ball. So I'm not worried at all that there's no more games left at Lambeau. I'll gladly go on the road.
You got me believing. I think it's going to be a freaking Bengals-Packers Super Bowl at this point. Jesus.
I'm
all in.
That Packers defense can shut down any offense in the NFC. Like, there's not one that I think.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm really not worried about the NFC. If we get past the Niners, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Packers run the table for us, and yeah, that's a week 18. That is the regular season of the NFL. A little
Do we
quick
want to talk about
bonus.
Monday? Do you want to talk
A
about
little
Monday?
quick bonus. We have number 1 Georgia versus number 3 TCU. Beautiful line because TCU is a double-digit underdog in this. They're the cover kings. They
My
live in the
goats.
cover
They
castle.
are my goats.
Like it's free line. There, I don't.
Go
I
back to
think-
last weekend. I told you guys to take the cover and the money line, and what happened?
What happened?
What
Dogs by
happened,
20.
Michigan?
Dogs by
No.
20.
Stetson Bennett. Did you see?
Dogs by 20.
Did you see how many quarterbacks are younger than Stetson Bennett, or whatever his name is?
Is it over 1,000?
I'm probably no. I'll name you some quarterbacks that are younger than him. Justin Herbert, Tua, Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, and Trey Lance are all younger than him.
No, like I don't hate much.
Get
but,
this
like,
man out of here, man.
Yeah,
Get him
dude,
out of here, bro.
I hate on Stetson Bennett so much.
Bro's
Because
ancient.
he's like 25, and then Georgia fans are like, well, it's the COVID year, and he had that extra year transferability. It's like, bro, he's 25, like trying to like stunt and have all this swag while he's playing a bunch of 19-year-olds. Like, come to the NFL and do
The
that.
best
bro.
part is
Like,
when he won the SEC championship, and the lady on like CBS or whatever is like, yeah, like Stetson Bennett, you're the oldest player to ever be quarterback and win the SEC championship, and he's just like, yeah, like he just has a voice crack immediately. It's like, Jesus Christ,
Like,
this
it's
guy's
just-
old and his voice is cracking still. Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
Give me
props to
TCU.
him.
Give me TCU. Horned Frogs. Give me them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like their line or to cover.
Their line.
I gotta go with the Dogs just because NFL talent. I don't know.
Ben, any thoughts on this one?
Georgia Bulldogs.
All right, we're split on that one. But yeah, that's gonna close us out for the NFL season. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning in. You know, we appreciate all the love. You know, people be hitting me up. You know, I know people been seeing the clips. You know, follow us on all socials. We still got football to talk about. This was just the regular season. We still got the NFL playoffs, and as you heard Gabe say, draft coverage, free agency coverage, you know, year round type beat. So, you know, make sure to stay in tune, and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for the
So-
support.